Now we can talk about Rice.
Now we can officially talk about Rice, okay? I will officially talk about Rice now with everybody.
It's here. How big of a series? Put this in perspective, how big this is for the program.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. Yeah, there's no question. It's exciting because we have an opportunity, you know, to play for a championship. I'm excited for the kids. I mean, first and foremost, they deserve it. I mean, my goodness. I mean, you look at the beginning of the year, Rice and UCF were picked 1, 2, and here we are. So, I mean, you can't ask for anything more. And it's so important in the regular season because that's the course of an entire year. I mean, 56 games regular season, so it's gonna be an exciting weekend.
Have you ever been in a situation like that, coming out of the final weekend, the one tied for first, two teams going at it, winner take all kind of scenario? It's kind of special how it set itself up.
There's no question. I personally don't. I don't recall if I ever have, as far as playing that specific team. But no, it's exciting. I mean, it doesn't happen often. Did it happen last year in Conference USA?
Yes.
Somebody said that it did. Yeah, I don't
Southern
remember.
Miss and used
Exactly right. So, but look, it's I mean, obviously it's special because I mean this is the first time since joining Conference USA, obviously, that UCF has had the opportunity to play for it. So it's I'm excited for these kids.
I think this weekend can get you ready for the tournament and the NCAA tournament, have that sort of feel to it.
I would think so. I mean, obviously, I mean this is going to be. I mean, you talk about. I mean, it's a championship environment. I told the kids, when we were at Marshall on that Thursday night, we were talking about this, but on the Thursday night before Marshall, we had a team dinner, we had a meal, we talked about a few things, and I explain the big picture to them. And I said, you guys understand something? If we take care of business against Marshall, once you get to Rice, you are playing for a championship every single weekend. I mean, really, put that in perspective, that's pretty awesome. You're going to play for the regular season championship. You're going to play for the postseason, obviously the conference championship in Mississippi, and hopefully you're fortunate enough to receive an NCAA bid, an at-large bid, or a championship, whatever might come, and then go from there. So it's exciting.
What makes Rice so good? Have you had an opportunity to kind of scout them at least a little bit throughout this season?
Well,
well?
first and foremost, that they do everything well. I mean, Rice is, obviously has been the class of this league and an outstanding baseball program. Coach Graham certainly is one of the best baseball coaches in the country. Yeah, they play the game right. I mean, that's what they do. They're fundamentally sound. They don't beat themselves. They never have, and they're just a great team. I think when you look at them on paper, certainly they're well balanced, but they've always had great pitching. Always had great pitching, and you look at where they are this year, I think that holds true again. I mean, they've got a collection of outstanding arms, so it's certainly going to be a challenge. But you love playing Rice because they're going to play the game right. I mean, it's just going to be a fundamentally sound team that plays very, very hard, so it's going to be exciting.
Have you figured out your rotation for this weekend?
I'll announce the rotation tomorrow.
Rice finds himself in this situation pretty much every year, and it's kind of new waters for you guys. What do you tell them to kind of control their intimidation, knowing that this is new to them and they've been there?
Well, first of all, they won't be intimidated. I can tell you that. That's number one. I mean, our guys are not going to be intimidated. They knew this day would come. I mean, you have to know this day is going to come. You have to know as a player this day is going to come. You have to know as a coach this day is going to come, and you expect it to happen. That's when we started the year. This is what the expectations were. You don't hope you're going to be in a championship. You have to have the mindset that you know you're going to be playing for a championship. It doesn't always happen, but these kids believed that they were going to be playing for a championship this year. So I think the focus is simply, as we always talk about, is to play one pitch at a time. That's it. That's all you can be consumed with. Everybody knows what's at stake. At the end of the day, we have to play beginning on Thursday night. You play one pitch. Just play one pitch at a time, and that's it. And you focus on the task at hand, and then you see what happens at the end of the weekend.
Is there a status update with Ryan Breen and his bruised wrist, I guess it is?
I think Breener will be ready to go on Thursday. I mean, I would still probably technically call him day-to-day. He was not playing tonight. Could have used him probably in an emergency situation, but it is our hopes that Ryan will be ready to go on Thursday. It's not guaranteed, but he's made some good progress. There was nothing broke. It was just a really bad bruise, and obviously there's some swelling, etc. But it's the hopes that Brayden will be ready to go Thursday. Obviously, if he is ready and he's cleared medically, then he's going to go.
Cool. There's an exciting week. Softball made the regionals. Track and field won the conference title. Do you feel like the school is just having a great spring, feeding off each other? I mean, I know the coaches talk and the players are aware of that. Does that add to the kind of the excitement as well?
I think it definitely adds to the excitement, without any question. I mean, it's quite a camaraderie, I think, that all the student athletes have and the coaches have. And we talked about, I think, at the Unite Tour, when it opened up. And it's the truth, as fans don't always get to see that, but there's tremendous interaction amongst all the coaches and all of us. I mean, we get text messages and emails from each other, and everybody's supporting one another. And I mean, it's exciting. Look at everybody's playing for championships and an opportunity to go to NCAAs, and so it's and it started since the fall. I mean, look at the timeline of UCF athletics since the fall sports. I mean, just go up and down the list. Look what everybody's done. Every sport had very good years, and everybody's improving. I mean, obviously it started with both the soccers having awesome seasons, and it's and obviously it's continued to go through the spring. So it's a great time to be at UCF for everybody.
How much are you hoping to see these stands packed here? I know obviously the marketing department's promoting it. Their triple play package, I guess is what they call it, for the 3 games. How anxious are you looking to see those stands packed?
Well, we're looking forward to it. I mean, it provides a great opportunity for everybody in Orlando. We've talked about UCF being Orlando's baseball team. It's certainly our hopes that we're going to have some packed crowds here this weekend. I mean, what I want, I can tell you this. I mean, number one, it's all about the kids, and the kids deserve it. That's first and foremost. I mean, they've put themselves in position to win a championship. So obviously, the more fans we can have, it's going to help our cause. The one thing I hope we have a lot of new faces out there. That's what I hope. I hope we have a lot of new faces out there. I mean, it's not just people that are fans of baseball or fans of college baseball. I want people that are fans of UCF. And then I want fans that are fans of UCF athletics. I want people that, if you're a season ticket holder in football, come to a game. If you're a season ticket holder in basketball, come to a game. If you've got that pass, what's that pass? Where you get everything. You know what I mean? You can get the pass with softball and the volleyball and everybody. If you've got one of those and you haven't been to a game, come to a game. I mean, I promise you. I mean, this is what, if you're a fan of UCF and you're a fan of UCF athletics, come see these kids. I mean, this is a group of kids that deserve it. They've done a great job. And obviously, look, this is obviously an exciting weekend for us, but we certainly hope that we're going to be playing a lot longer than this.
Going into Marshall, I know you said the hitting needed to get better by that Sunday game. You open things up a little bit more from an offensive standpoint. Is that hopefully a momentum boost going into this weekend?
That's a great point. I thought Sunday at Marshall was one of our, if not the best offensive game that we have had this entire year. And obviously, I hope that kind of continues to go. To be honest with you, I thought we had some great at-bats. At the beginning part of the game tonight. Obviously, they don't count. But I mean, I thought we did. I thought we took some really, really quality at-bats. Today, so obviously we do hope. That was the number one thing. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we had to win championships and to move on into the postseason in college baseball, you have to put it all together and play your best baseball. When you look at our team, I feel like our pitching has been pretty consistent throughout the entire year. We did not pitch well at Marshall. We didn't. We did not command the strike zone as well as we needed to at Marshall. So we got to get back on track with that. But our offense, as I said, was really the number one area that we needed to make sure we got going on. And we got it going, obviously, on Sunday. I thought we took some nice at-bats tonight against a very good Stetson pitcher, so hopefully that momentum can continue.
Thank you.